Hello, listeners. Do you like excitement? Do you crave adventure? Do you want to go to a club where people wee on each other? Let the FPOD crew pleasure your ear holes and quench your thirst for imaginary blood. Welcome to FPOD Side Quests. Now let's play Murder Hobos.
It's the first episode. We can blow this and it doesn't matter.
Bitch, it's a side quest!
And then you guys, if you
That goes in the intro. Bitch, this is a side quest!
Alright. We gotta start it with that shit.
Yep. All right, well, as Mr. Perkins has already informed everybody, welcome to another episode of the 4 Players 1 Dungeon podcast. This is a side quest episode. Introducing a new DM tonight. This is Jason's turn on the fucking stage.
What? He ain't new. He just
And so what are we playing tonight?
Alright, so tonight we're actually gonna play a... Apparently we're playing Sweetleaf. Alright now!
Won't you listen? To the podcast. Please listen to the podcast.
Alright, so tonight we're actually going to run some mini adventures. Now, according to the guidelines on here, this whole packet is supposed to be 4 adventures that goes over a 2-hour time span.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Which is horseshit.
They've never played with us.
Fuck, I've never played a game that took 2 hours. Done.
Well, no, but you know what else? It is a... It's nice to have small expeditions from Adventurers League.
Yes.
Because we couldn't get everybody together tonight. And we decided on a whim that we're going to play. So the thing is that Wizards did put these little mini adventures out. And if we had 4 to 6 hours to sit around at a game shop or at home, we could easily pull one of these off. They're made to be done to take up an afternoon where D&D Encounters is like 2.5 hours. You come back next week.
Right.
They're really also they're really, really good for somebody who plays in the Adventurers League and misses a couple sessions, and they can come catch, instead of like replaying the same stuff that they had missed, they get to go do a little side quest
Kind of level up their character.
and yeah, I mean, now it's not good for canon, but it's good for public play to get the character back up to par. So what we're playing is a expedition, aka a side quest. What's it called? City of Danger is what it's called.
Yes, City of Danger.
Yes.
So it's called City of Danger.
Is it called City of Danger, Sean?
It is.
Maybe.
I believe the correct answer from Sean is.
Alright, so, yes, I am the DM, and let's go around and introduce everybody's characters. Sean, why don't you start?
I am playing Merrick Ablar. He's 6'3", about 210, carries a longsword on his back. He's got black hair that's about shoulder length. Interestingly enough, his eyes, instead of white, they're black, and his irises are gold.
A little without the hourglasses, it's kind of Raistel and Magier-esque,
Yeah,
right? Wasn't he?
sorta,
Didn't he have gold?
He had the gold
pupils?
eyes with the hourglass pupils.
Right, but with the gold hourglass pupils, and they were black or something.
No, they
like
were
that.
No, they were regular eyes.
My Dragonlance knowledge is not.
They were golden where the white is on normal people's eyes, and they
Oh.
were black irises in the shape of hourglasses.
I see. Okay.
So, I'm sorry, did you explain why he has different colored eyes?
He is a warlock. He is packed with the Great Old One.
Ah.
So we have on our hands a fighter warlock then?
Yes.
The Great Old One,
Yeah.
like Cthulhu.
Yeah, baby!
Similar to, yes.
All right.
So what level are you sitting at then?
He's level 3 Battle Master Fighter, level 2 Warlock.
So we're all, and I asked the guys to put together some level 5 characters for this. So, Bo, what are you doing tonight?
Choking on a beer.
Awesome!
Well, first and foremost, thanks for running.
Not a problem.
I love playing, and I run a lot. So, yeah, I'm playing Court Tenless. Court Tenless is a half-elven bard. Court Tinless is a half-elven bard who is allied with the Zentarum. Now, in game terms, he is lawful evil, which means that he does follow a code of honor. I don't even think the code of honor is like the mob, but the Zentarum are definitely a bad guy syndicate, and it's like an onion. There are layers of bad guy. Not all of them are diabolical murderers and all that. There's layers of them.
Oh, but he's pretty selfish.
Court Tinless is selfish. Court's a spy. He's a bard. He travels around, and he's relatively well known in the Thay area, which I believe is the Moonsea. I think we're on the Moonsea area. Hills Far, Moonsea,
yeah.
Mulemaster, all of that, right? Relatively well known for his services of being very efficient at what he does, and that's known in the shallower circles. He's efficient at what he does. He's a bard. He is out of game. He is a skill-based bard. He's very utilitarian. He does not provide a lot of bang in the middle of combat. He does have some spells that he relies on, and he's also clever enough, usually, with wit and such. I'm never going to be as good as Deadpool, folks, but you kind of get the idea that he never shuts up during a fight.
Oh, hell, you won't have any problem playing that character.
Who, me? Every time I play my character, I'm going to have to drink.
All right, Steve, go ahead, man.
All right, well, first off, let me just say I apologize. It's been a busy fucking day. I didn't have very long to come up with a character.
Should happen.
So I am playing...
That sounds like a weak fucking excuse.
It may be, but...
Just because you've been practicing yours for years.
So, I am playing Perry Blotter.
Perry Blotter, baby!
If you took Harry Potter and Steve Urkel and combined them into a character, you'd end up with what I came up with in about an hour. So he is a very nerdy, very book-scholarly wizard. He's not getting any pussy. This guy will sit around and talk to you about the inner workings of the fireball spell until you get tired of him and walk away. He is a complete fucking coward. Runs away from trouble, doesn't really want anything, so he tries to ally himself with stronger, smarter, more charismatic characters that he can kind of stand in the shadows on a little bit. But from what these guys have seen of his skills, he's got some skills. His bookish nature has paid off.
We are a unique crew of 3, but we are a competent crew of 3. Right?
And I take it we've known each other at this point since we're starting here at 5th level.
Now, you guys have been traveling together for a long time. You guys have kind of come up in the ranks together. Just do regular mercenary work.
So then you would know that I'm a high elf.
Correct.
My alignment in the game is pretty much neutral. Like I said, he's more of a follower than a leader.
Right.
And he is a high elf.
He's going to be a very high elf here in a minute. Court Tinless, we need to pop back to him just for a second. His elven lineage, he's a half-elf, his elven lineage is high elf also. And since you have traveled with me, you know that I will much rather use the baffling art of bullshit or misdirection and deception quicker than actually getting into a scrap. That is Court's MO.
Well,
now, Court is also cowardly. You guys know this because at one point in time there was a robbery at the tavern we were being held up, and you guys found Court hidden underneath a table when everybody else stood up to defend their own against the robbers. Court hid. That's what he did. And I have a feeling that that Blotter was probably right there. Or I was like, come on, Blotter, over here, something like that.
Blotter didn't take any chances. He immediately went invisible.
Mm-hmm. And I do the same quite a bit. Invisibility, that kind of stuff is really what I work with. I'm definitely, I can see a connection immediately to Mr. Blotter and Mr. Tinless. Now,
which is interesting because Merrick is quite the opposite. He's chaotic neutral. He loves to fight. If there's a big guy, that's who he's going after first.
Sure. What kind of background did you take?
I took soldier.
Soldier
Infantry.
background. Okay, yeah.
So the way I'm seeing this
This is a good group.
is you guys kind of really hooked up because both of you are non-combat kind of deal, but you found this big guy with a sword.
Merrick puts foot in ass
Yeah.
whenever we need it done.
And you guys kind of got together and went,
He's the enforcer of the crew.
we
Right.
need him.
Right.
And that's kind of how you guys got together. So you traveled for a while, and you guys have found yourself in Mole Master. Now, here's the kicker. All three of you have some type of casting abilities.
Mm-hmm.
But you found out through your bard/spy grapevine that if you practice magic and you're not a part of the quote-unquote, the I guess it's more like a guild, a mage's guild called the Cloaks, you'll be either asked to join or asked to leave the town. And if you don't leave the town, you might just have your tongue cut out, or you might be banished and not just like kicked out of the city, like magically banished to the seven hells.
Just so the players know, there's a fucking table for the bad shit that
Yeah.
happens to you. Now, with that being said, Court would like to know, along with Merrick and Blotter, I'm just going to call you Blotter.
Call me Perry.
No, Blotter's what you're going to be called Blotter.
Yeah, Perry Hodder just didn't work.
What we need to know is that, is there any real drawback to being a cloak? In a town of corruption.
Well, there is a guild fee that you must pay, but there's no. From what I understand, you can pretty much practice magic inside the city as a part of the cloaks. But the city's corrupt, man. Like everybody,
Right.
Every guild, and honestly, man, nobody's going to be nice to you unless you're part of some group.
Yeah, you have
They
to find
hate
a
outsiders.
fucking tribe. You have to find
Right.
an inside tribe. If I may, Dungeon
Yeah,
Master,
go ahead.
I'll drink for it if I need.
Sweet.
So Court is a member of the Cloaks,
Okay.
and he is a member of the Cloaks because not only will that give him the inside scoop on that militant mage level, right? But I also have the ability to fuck with people if I need to, right? This gets me into doors that a spy might want to get into by a bardic, Zentarum guy. And I highly urge my compatriots to also be members of the Cloaks.
I was going to say, so Perry's kind of a follower, so he's just going to go along and do what Court and everybody else does.
Merrick will do it just that way. If he needs to use all of his abilities, he'll be able to.
Excellent. Now, all right. So
All right, gentlemen, welcome to the Cloaks.
welcome to the Cloaks. All right. Since you guys are all a part of the Cloaks, I want Court to try and investigate, because there's all right, let me read the box text and then we'll have you roll something. real
Please
quick.
do.
Absolutely. All right, the rumors you heard about the harshness of the city of Mole Master may have seemed exaggerated at first, but having spent a few days in the city of danger, those rumors were completely accurate. The citizenry of Mole Master is openly hostile to outsiders. The City Watch is little more than licensed bullies, and the merchants only as friendly as the coin you offer. When it looked like you might have to leave the city for lack of coin, lodging, or employment opportunities, Timora's fortunate gaze fell upon you. A wealthy merchant named Astrid Saj, looking for a way to gain noble title for her house, decided to hold a party at her castle. I'm sorry, not castle, estate.
Man.
All right, did you have something to say?
I did not have anything to say.
Okay, cool. This celebration, open to all, is planned to last a full 10 days, with all social classes of the city free to partake of food, drink, and entertainment. A number of temporary servants have been hired to act as guards, servers, bouncers, entertainers, cooks, spies, or other positions. With little money and fewer prospects, you find yourself in Mistress Saj's employment. She has proven herself a generous employer and has provided you with food, lodging, and some coin for your effort. More importantly, you are getting the opportunity to mingle with the citizens of Mole Master.
You goddamn right.
From the wealthiest nobles to the lowliest beggars. Certainly some adventuring work will come from this.
You goddamn right.